lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Hi, hello. Let me set the mood really quick. You even see that? Yeah, you can. Hi, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, but we all know I'm inconsistent at this point. So I was about to edit a picture and then I realized, let me film for you guys how I take. Let me kind of walk you through how I take them and show you guys how I edit them. I get some questions on Instagram, mostly in my DMs, about how I take my pictures, if I use a filter, if I use a preset. I either take my pictures outside. When I'm outside, somebody else is always taking my pictures. I either take them outside in the daylight. And if you guys do see a picture of me outside in the daylight, I never use a light. But when I do my pictures in like parking garages or just any space really, I always bring a light, because especially in parking garages, the lighting is usually a little bit dodgy. So I always have this light right here with me. This is a portable LED light. I don't know if I can show you, but if I turn it on, see how bright that is? Let me show you on my face. Yeah, you guys see that? So I always have this light with me. I will try to find something similar on maybe Amazon and link it down below for you guys. But for the people that live in the Netherlands or even in Belgium, I believe, this is, yeah, because I got this one in Belgium. It's from Action. So it's about 15 euros at Action. It's a really nice light. You do have to charge it like almost immediately after using it one time. At least I do, because it does run out of battery rather quickly. So yeah, this is just what it is. It's a rechargeable LED portable light. It has a button on the back. This is where you can plug it in to charge. It's really handy. And ever since I got this light, my pictures, the lighting have been amazing. So yeah, that's what I do when I take my pictures outside, in parking lots, anywhere where the lighting is kind of when I take my pictures in like a car, I use this light. Elevators, I use this light. So yeah, just so you know, if you're wondering why the lighting is always good on my face, it's this light. When I'm inside and taking my own pictures, like my selfies or my mirror pics, or what else do? I'm either against like a white wall, like this wall right here. I always use my ring light. Sometimes I even use my soft boxes, because right now how I'm filming, I have a ring light in front of me and I have two soft boxes to each side of me. Yeah, sometimes I use all three of them, but mostly when I'm lazy, I only use my ring light, and that's enough for me. The ring light that I use is a Falcon Eyes 65, and the soft boxes that I have are from Amazon. I will link everything down below. Everything I'm talking about, I will try to remember to link it down below. So yeah, that's how I take my pictures when I'm inside. And as a tripod, it's the same tripod that I have you guys on right now. It's a tripod that's suitable for my camera. Ordered the adapter separate, also off Amazon. My tripod is also from Amazon. It's a quite big tripod, because the most tripods I would find online would only go to about 100 centimeters, and this one goes quite big. I believe it goes to 158. That's almost my height. So when I use this tripod and I put it on and I put my phone on it, it almost looks like somebody else is taking my pictures. And that's what I like about this tripod. So I will link this tripod down below as well. I will link the adapter for your phone. You just twist it on and you can use your phone. You twist it off, you can put your camera on it. It's very handy. The mirror that I take my pictures in, I'm looking at it right now. It's a IKEA mirror. I believe it's called a Hovet. I will also link that down below. And yeah, I think that's it equipment wise. I take my pictures on my iPhone. This is a iPhone 11 Pro Max. Takes beautiful pictures. I have to say my iPhone 8 Plus is the phone I had before this. Takes bomb pictures as well. Sometimes, like not even a lot, I use the camera that I film on. The camera that I film on is a Sony, I want to say A5100, but I do not recommend this for filming YouTube. This was just a camera that I got because it was cheap and it does what it has to do. But as soon as I can, I will get another camera. Believe me when I tell you. So yeah, that was it equipment wise. I believe I now told you everything that I use. Yeah, so on to editing. I now have some pictures that I need to edit. I'm gonna show you guys 2 pictures. So I'm probably gonna use one selfie and one outside picture to kind of show you guys the difference in how I edit them and how I get them to look like colorized, like a little bit the same, because I do like my feed to look a little bit cohesive. I'm not like too neat freaky about that, but it does, you know, in some way need to look like it's one coherent feed. So I'll show you how I do that. Let me scooch over to here. I'm gonna try to put my screen here, if I can do that, and just start screen recording. Okay, so I'm gonna try to put my screen right here if I can manage to do that. Don't mind my email notifications, please. I'm gonna start by opening up Facetune. That is probably my most used app. I'm gonna, let's do a selfie first. Okay, so we have this selfie right here. I take like a million pictures in like one go. So I always favorite my favorite ones, and then I try to like limit it to maybe 2 or 3. And those are the ones that I edit. I heart them, I like favorite them, I edit those ones. So yeah, this selfie, the lighting was pretty darn good this day. I had the ring light and the 2 softboxes like directly on my face. The first thing that I'm gonna do is go into the smoothing app. I zoom in on my face. I don't remove all of my texture because, I mean, we all have texture. So I just lightly, I don't know if you guys can see my hand movement, but I don't rub. I just slightly tap on my face, around my mouth especially, and on my forehead. I don't know if you guys can see, but that's smoothing it out pretty good. Then I zoom back out, and now it's at its highest, so I'm just gonna bring that to a, what's that, a 45. And then I kind of see if I like it. I check the before and after. I don't know if you guys can see this, but if I tap the 2 squares like below, like right below, you can kind of see the before and after. I don't need it that blurred, so I just go to about a 40. Check if I like it. Yes, I do. Okay. Then I usually go into details and I zoom into my eyes. And I kind of like to detail my eyelashes, my eyes, a little bit of my eyeliner. And then you can see the before and after again. Can you guys see that? Let me put it to a max. You see? Just little things. Sometimes I like to do my eyebrows a little bit, but they're quite, you know, there. So I won't do that now. Do the other eye. Zoom back out. Sometimes I do my nose piercing when it kind of fades away into my face. I like to do my piercing. And I just tap okay. And then I usually go back and then I smooth over just a little bit of the lines of my lips. Because if it's something that annoys me, it's the lines in my lips. Not all the way though, just a little. And then Facetune II has everything. Let me just quickly show you guys what I would do if I had something in the background that I don't like. So let's say, for example, I have, I don't know, something on the walls or whatever it may be. I'm just gonna zoom into my, oh, that's not what I wanted to do. So you go into patch and then I tap vanish. And I'm gonna zoom into my mole right here. And as you guys can see, my mole is now gone. So that's usually what I do when I have like a white wall, but something's on the wall, or there's maybe, I don't know, there's usually something in the background that annoys me. In this picture, there's not, because I'm standing literally in front of a freshly painted white wall, but sometimes there is stuff behind me or in my living room and I don't want you to see like a painted picture behind me. This is what I would do. Let me put my mold back. So yeah, that's usually what I would do. The only thing I'm gonna do now in Facetune is maybe whiten my background even more. I usually put it on the highest just to see what I'm doing and where I'm going. So I'm just gonna whiten the entire background like that. And then when I have done everything, I slide it back down to like a 30. I don't know if you guys can see that before and after. I just like it to be crispy white on the background. So yeah, that's that. There's not really anything else I think I want to edit in this picture. Facetune allows you to do everything. You can even, oh, my Siri thinks I'm talking to them. You can even adjust your face, as you guys can see. You guys see my jaw? You can do all of those things. You can do smile. This is so creepy to me. But yeah, usually I don't do this. I do have to be honest, sometimes I do play around with my nose a little bit, because in some pictures my nose contour looks absolutely insane and I just pinch my nose a little bit, and sometimes I like lift the tip like that. I don't know if you guys can see this before and after. Sometimes I do this, but in this picture, but yeah, I'm just gonna leave it, oh, normal, oh. And I save it to my phone. And then I go into the app Lightroom, and that is where I add all my images. Sorry, not my images. That is where I add my, my filters. Dear Lord, I couldn't talk. This is where I add my filters. So this is where like my presets come in and everything like that. I do have some presets saved. Let me show you. I have clear feed. Oof, that does not look good. Clear feed selfie, custom feed, which is a little bit more cooler. I just play around, to be honest. The one I use right now is one that I already made. Now how I make them, I usually go into profiles and I just select like a filter. I usually go into the modern filters and I just play around with it, play around with the lighting, play around. I can be on this app for hours and just try to figure out what I like, how I like it, what I like. Do I like it more warm? Do I like it more cool toned? You just have to play around with it. And if you don't want to do that, there are a lot of free, I'm sorry, I got cut off by my camera, which is also another reason to not get this camera. What I was saying, there are also a lot of YouTube videos that you can watch. If you just search free preset, something like that, free Lightroom presets, you will get a lot of YouTube videos that basically gives you the preset of, it gives you a choice out of so much, like light, brown, black, black and white, vintage presets, like anything you want. You should just search it up on YouTube and you will probably find what you're looking for. The only thing that you have to do is like watch the video throughout, and like in the bottom like bar that like in the top bar that pops up on a video, it will show you a password. It's either a Google Doc or a Dropbox doc, and you can just open it by using the password. You have to watch the whole video through. You can't like skip through. That's how I used to get a lot of my presets before I kind of figured out how I want my feed to look, and I started just playing on my own, just do my own preset. So yeah, let me go back into Lightroom. So the preset that I'm using right now, I don't know if you guys can see on this picture, the preset I use right now is really simple. It's brightening, and it just filters out all the extra colors. So I have it set on that it filters out all the blue tones and all the yellow tones, because it makes your pictures just look a lot more clear. So yeah, that's, I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm pressing it so you can see the before and the after. Makes my skin tone a little bit more warm and bright, and the picture's just a little more crisp. I don't like to use too heavy filters on it, so I'm just gonna copy the preset and use it on this picture. So I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna paste. Everything's in Dutch, by the way, in my phone, but it's pretty self-explanatory. So I basically just copy pasted the same exact edit that I had on my previous picture, and I pasted it on here. As you can see, this is the before and after, a little bit more crisp, just to show you a little bit more in detail what I have my settings on. I usually play around with the light, as you can see right here. I play around with the highlights, the shadows, the black. Oh, I just did something. Yeah, so if a picture is a little bit more on the dark side, I usually brighten it up, as you can see, like this. If it's too bright, I can tone it down a little bit. What I was talking about color wise, sometimes I like to put my temperature just a little bit more on the cool side. As you guys can see, this is a little bit more on the cool side. Sometimes when I have another picture, I like to put it a little bit more on the warm side. It really depends, but my feed overall is a little bit more on the cool neutral side. Sometimes if I'm looking a little grayish, I will go into this one right here and I'll just adjust. As you can see, it warms up my skin tone. You can go here into mix, and that is what I was talking about with the blue and the yellow. As you guys can see, I've put the yellow, well, I completely filtered out the blue. This is what it would be like with, oh, hello, with the blue, but I like to put it all the way out. And then with yellow, I have to be kind of careful because there's a lot of yellow in my skin tone. So if I were to put everything of that yellow out, you see what happens to my skin? Yeah, we don't want that. So I have it on, which works for me. So it's on -24, -37, and luminous is all the way up. Sometimes I put the luminous a little bit down. It really depends on if it's a selfie, yes or no. So yeah, that's it. Then I can also go into effects. Sometimes if I have that vintagey, like Polaroid look on my photos, I use the grain. It adds a grainy filter to the picture. I usually put it on about 40-ish. When it's too heavy, I don't like that. This is way too heavy for me, so I put it like here. I don't do that for every picture. It really depends. And then for the sharpness of the picture, that's this one right here. You go into detail, you can sharpen your picture up. Usually for a picture that's from more of afar, I would put the sharpness quite up, but as this is a selfie and I don't want my hair to look too weird, I slide it down a little bit more to here. And then this is the before and this is the after. So yeah, now for a picture that is taken outside. I actually have to post this picture in a bit, is this one. I took this one outside. Straight off the bat, I'm gonna go into the whitening tool. I use the whitening tool almost on every single picture. I'm just gonna start by whitening the ground. Yeah, I'm probably gonna whiten out the background behind me as well, but I don't like to do it all in one go because that makes it a little bit too obvious that you've whitened everything out. So I like to do the ground first. This is the before, this is the after. I do not need it this light, so I'm just gonna slide it down to about 40. That looks right to me. And then I press OK. And I'm gonna go back into retouch and I'm gonna whiten, but this time I'm gonna whiten behind me. Okay. I'm gonna slide it down to see what is best. I think 25 is enough. There's a slight difference. Don't know if you guys can see that, but there's a slight difference. And I'm just gonna press OK. Then I'm going to save that, go into Lightroom again, copy the same edit, copy that edit again, take this picture, paste it, where is it? Right there. Paste it, And then usually when I paste it, there's not really much that I have to change. Looking at this picture, because I turned down the blue and the yellow, I just really like how this looks. It's very crisp. It doesn't look too much of a like fake black and white background. I like how this looks. Do I need to change anything? If I wanted it to be a little bit more sharp, I just go here and I would sharpen it even more. If I want the black and white to be a little bit less obvious, I would probably turn up the blue a little bit more in the picture. As you see, that changes a lot. See, and if I slide it down even more, it's more obvious. So I'll probably leave it around here. Boom, like that. That is perfect. Before, after. And then this picture is ready to go as well. Yeah, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. I don't know. I know my editing is quite simple. I used to use so many apps and so many filters and so many things. The more and more I take pictures and the more my Instagram kind of grows, I just see that the more simple and just clean and crisp the photo is, the better. That's at least how I like it. You can see the outfit, you can see the true colors of my outfit, because that's also a thing why I don't use heavy filters anymore. I was kind of noticing that some of the colors that I would wear would appear different than they look like in real life, so I stopped doing that. That's it for today's video. If you did enjoy this video, if you like my little cozy background, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, and I will see you in my next video, hopefully. Bye guys.